Hi there, it's Paulie here. So a strange little thing that's going on at the moment is I'm kind of caught as something of a poster girl for the gender change board here in Western Australia. So we had this old state law held over from many decades in the past, where you can't change your gender on official kind of state documents without going in front of a gender change board. And this gender change board insisted that you have letters from psychologists saying that you'd been counselled in your new gender, and letters from people saying that, yeah, they live in their new gender. It's like, okay, whatever. But the way it was also worded, it said you had to have letters from the medical professional who had performed your gender change procedure. So, okay, so I wrote off to them and said, hi, this sounds like... It sounds like it's worded so there has to be a letter from a surgeon that's done gender change, gender corrective surgery on you. But the wording is vague. I'd like a ruling. I wrote off to the Justice Department to say, I just need some clarification. It's actually kind of expensive to apply. So before I apply, can I even apply? This law seems to imply that you need to have had, gender corrective surgery. If so, by the way, that's a real no-no. That's an absolute no-no. This is not good. Absolute poison in the trans community to insist on that. Okay, so off this went, and I seem to have started a bit of a stir. Now, for a while, they've been saying they're going to change that law. And when all the Posey Parker stuff started here, when that horrible British hate merchant decided to come and try, stirring up any trans stuff, the government said they were going to accelerate it, yada, yada, squee. Nothing done, of course. But, I suddenly got contacted by the Justice Department. Nice lady phoned me. Hi, I'm actually now the case officer on this case. We just want to assure you that this has gone up before the State Attorney General. The State Attorney General will be meeting with the Federal Attorney General in August, where this will be discussed. We need you to come in and do some actual depositions in front of us and in front of lawyers and so forth about your experience, living as a woman, and what this means, and you were quite eloquent in telling us about how insisting on gender corrective surgery is a outdated and rather dangerous concept. We need you to expand upon that, please, and do a whole presentation. So, okay, what's going on? Turns out the federal law, of course, is a nice shiny modern one. This state law is an old one, but the two are at odds. The federal law basically says if you're living in your genre, if you're living in your gender, you can just change. Whereas this old state one is at odds. So it looks like effectively, if you applied and were refused because you haven't had gender corrective surgery, you could probably sue the state, which is what's caused the activity. They've suddenly realised that they are actually legally exposed to action. So effectively, they're looking for excuses to put pressure on the minister to get the law changed immediately, because literally every second that ticks by, they are exposed to someone coming in and saying, all right, we're suing the state. That's it. We're done here. So apparently myself and another person that applied at the same time both had pretty much the same question. It's just this other person was a young person and not quite so eloquent. So they put in a written submission. They've got me coming in to actually... I've been sitting there in front of a board of strange people and answering questions and introducing them to the wonderful world of trans. All right, so look, it's a rigmarole that I could have lived without. However, if it applies a red-hot poker to these people and gets them to change outmoded laws and makes things easier for that 18-year-old kid that's applied, and for all the other 18-year-old kids that are going to apply, and for all the other folk down the line, yeah, I'm happy enough to jump through the hoops myself. So, So I guess I'm in the trenches changing laws again. I'd love to say that my My father would have been proud, except he was kind of a crazed born-again Christian, and that was never going to happen. Anyway, I'm in there fighting the good fight. This is one of the many things that has been chewing into my time over the last month and a half or so with these guys. We'll see what happens. I'll hopefully I get a decision that's way beyond, you can apply, but we're changing this thing. We'll see how we go. Anyway, cheers everyone. Bye.